And obviously not the start the Saints were looking for to start the season. They'll be looking to at least come out with a win today, because they don't want to be on the road again next week. Kind of like the Giants will unfortunately be. They fell 41-38 in overtime against the Chargers. And meanwhile, it's raining here at FedEx Field. It's in the forecast for the entire game. We got 6-minute quarters. Hopkins to kick this one away to the Saints. That means Washington gets it to start the second half. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Here's the returner for the Saints, and he's going to return this to the 31, and that's where Drew Brees will go to work.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And we'll have to see if Brees can get the Saints back on the right track here tonight. Hands it to Alvin Kamara. Kamara with the run. He's going to get this to the 34, gain of 3.
Alvin Kamara on the carry for New Orleans. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards
Brees
on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Pass is caught. That's Emmanuel Sanders.
Brees pass complete to Emmanuel Sanders
For 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Brees under pressure. Pass intercepted by the football team.
Landon Collins.
And Smith will come out and go to work.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And last time a snap was taken by Washington, they defeated the Seahawks 24-14. And that was at CenturyLink Field. Meanwhile, pass intercepted. Saints take it back the other way.
Smith's pass intercepted by the Saints.
Unreal. Drew Brees just threw an interception to the football team, and Alex Smith's first pass of the game results in an INT back the other way. Brees back to work. He's going to flip it to Cook there, and that's good for a gain of 8.
Complete to Jared Cook.
As mentioned before, the Saints are looking to get back on track. 0-1. That means they tied week 1. And he flips it to Taysom Hill there, who gets it to the 5.
Complete to Taysom Hill. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Saints in the red zone, and unfortunately he can't get in. He runs out of the end zone. Should have stayed in. Brees would have threw it to him. He probably would have hauled that in for the touchdown. Instead, they're at the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Brees, pass caught. Thomas for the touchdown.
Brees pass complete to Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
The extra point is good. That makes it 7-0. And Smith is wondering what he could have done differently on his first pass of the game. And Lutz to kick this one away. But unfortunately, you got to put that behind you, and it's time for your second drive. Here's the return. He's going to return this to the 26, and Smith will go right back to work.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Obviously, the football team pulled off a CenturyLink Field assault. And pass is picked. That's 2 drives in a row.
Smith.
And
Pass.
Williams takes it back the other way for the Saints.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Saints have yet to appear in the playoffs for Summer League. Could they do that this season?
Breeze pass.
Still
Complete
8
to
weeks of
Traquan
football to
Smith.
play
A gain of
before
11
the
on
playoffs
play.
begin.
First down, Saints.
And Breeze. Deep pass and a touchdown for the Saints. Emmanuel Sanders that
Breeze
time.
pass complete to Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown.
And the booth review comes out. And it stands. It's a touchdown.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
And the Saints will attempt the extra point, which is good. That makes it 14-0.
The kick is good.
Now, just
Makes
because
score
the
Saints
football
14,
team is
Washington
down now
nothing.
does not mean a comeback couldn't happen.
Will
We
Lutz
saw a
to kick
comeback
off for New
happen for the
Orleans.
Giants. Unfortunately, they lost in overtime. But Washington still has plenty of game to play to make a comeback. And a great return there.
Danny Johnson on the return.
And they
Takes over first
and they have
10
put Taylor Heineke in the
at their
game,
28-yard line.
as the first 2 passes from Smith were interceptions. Heineke's going to hand it off for his first snap, and that is a good gain.
Antonio
Gibson with the
ball
run.
carrier.
2nd and 1.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Heineke's pass is caught
Logan Thomas.
at the 48,
Good for a Washington.
and Heineke can help get the football team back in this game if he can keep throwing passes like that. Pass is caught. Nice catch there. They're already in the field goal range.
Terry McLaurin. 13 more yards.
55 seconds to play in the first. As mentioned before, Washington's first 2 drives ended up in interceptions. Meanwhile, there's a nice... Oh, it was an interception, but it was out of bounds, actually. So it was not an interception.
Incomplete.
And that would have been the first 3 drives of the game right there,
At the 35-yard line.
resulting in interceptions. Heineke, pass over the middle. It's caught.
That's another Washington.
20 seconds to play in the first. Heineke's pass is caught for a touchdown with 12 seconds to go in the first.
Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
So Heineke comes out after Smith is benched and gets the team a touchdown nearing the end of the first.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra
Which
point.
means if he can do that, I know he can help guide this team back in this game. Kick is good. That makes it 14-7
Is good.
instead of 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Washington 7. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
There's the kick. Here's the return for the Saints. Try to run off the last of the clock, and they can't. They only ran 3 seconds off. But Breeze could hand it off, and they could run the final 8 seconds off the clock, which he's going to do. Camaro with the run, and he's going to get stopped at the 32, and that'll be 2nd and 7 when we come back. So 2 interceptions by Washington results in 2 touchdowns for the Saints. Here's how the game went. Saints throws an interception. Washington throws an interception. Touchdown Saints off of that. Washington throws another interception. Touchdown Saints. off of that. 14 to nothing. Heineke's pass caught in the end zone with 12 seconds. And it's a touchdown for Washington. Return for the Saints and a 3-yard rush to end the first, and that's how we got to where we're at now. Meanwhile, Breeze and the Saints get a first down. Breeze fires, Kamara, and he's going to fight for a first down. He's going to get it.
Breeze pass complete to Alvin Kamara. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, New Orleans.
Kamara, and he's going to get stopped after a gain of 3.
Complete to Alvin Kamara.
Now Breeze, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Breeze is going to get sacked. Took 3 defenders, but they brought Breeze to the ground for a 3rd and 16.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3rd
And
down.
excellent defense by the football team so far. And looks like he's going to throw a deep pass. It is caught
Breeze pass complete to
by
Traquan
Smith. And they were probably hoping they could have sacked him or at least knocked that one down, because now Breeze is nearing the red zone again, and Kamara.
Breeze with the handoff to Alvin Kamara.
With a nice run
Tackle
there.
made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Breeze fires, pass, caught, first down, Emmanuel Sanders.
Breeze pass complete to Emmanuel Sanders. A 5-yard gain on the play.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning, 14 to 7. Pass caught, Sanders, and they got to keep him out of the end zone. And they call it, the football team calls a quick timeout. 14 to 7, still your score.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard
Remember,
line.
we've had in the Giants game, there were stops in the red zone. And Breeze is going to get brought down, and the Saints call a timeout, as that will be 3rd down.
Drew Brees sacked.
3rd and 15 for the Saints.
And it's 3rd down.
And Breeze.
3rd and long.
And he's gonna get in trouble, and they're gonna sack him.
Jonathan Allen.
4th and 25 and a 42-yard attempt.
10-yard loss on the play.
Will pop out of the Saints, and here we go. Here's Lutz. He made 2 extra points. Here he goes to make it 3 more, and that's no good. The rain is most likely to blame for that. That could have made it a 10-point game going into half. Instead, now you just gave Heineke a chance to work his magic and tie the game before halftime. If he doesn't tie the game before halftime, good news, Washington, oh, there's a pick! There's a pick, and that, unfortunately, will wrap up this half unless if they get an interception back the other way.
34-yard line.
But I was going to say, if he didn't have to worry about tying the game before the half because, well, Washington gets the second half kickoff.
Breeze pass complete to Traquan Smith.
But unfortunately throws the interception.
At the 42-yard line.
And Breeze now, and he's gonna get sacked. Timeout, Saints.
Jonathan Allen. Drew Brees sacked. A loss of 12 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
Kamara, he's out of bounds.
Breeze pass.
4th and 12.
Complete to
And
Alvin
unfortunately, you don't get the football to start the second half. So you got to go for it and take a risk. Pass is picked. And touchdown. So Heineke gets a touchdown with 12 seconds to go in the first to get the Washington football team back within 7. And the defense says nope to, instead of batting it down, they intercept Breeze. And with 9 seconds to go in the second, they have an opportunity to tie the game. So Heineke does not have to worry after all. And instead of trying to tie the game in the third quarter, losing the football, and potentially losing the lead to the Saints again, they now have the football to start the second half, and they can try to extend the lead, and it would be up to the Saints to tie the game. Here's the Saints return. And with 5 seconds till half, I'll imagine
the Saints take over 1st and 10.
That Breeze will just kneel this. And he does. So we've reached halftime here, and we're tied at 14.
That's the end of the first half, with the score all tied.
Well, it wasn't the start for Washington they wanted. 2 interceptions. Saints make it 14-0. Heineke comes in, throws a touchdown pass, 14-7 at the end of the first. Throws an interception, knows he's not gonna have a chance, quote by quote, and Moreland picks it off and returns it for a touchdown for the defense. And we're currently tied at 14 as we welcome you back for the third quarter. And Lutz will kick this one away. He unfortunately missed an opportunity to make this a 17-7 game, which would have made it 17-14 now. But he was unable to get that, so it's 14-14. And Heineke goes right back to work. So you gotta be careful. Game's tied. You don't want to make costly mistakes. And stiff arming the guys, and he gets a first down.
Antonio Gibson. That's good for a Washington.
Great call by Heineke to hand it off on the first play of the second half. And that's overshot and incomplete. Tried to get it to Thomas, the tight end.
Intended for Logan Thomas, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Heineke takes the snap, pass, caught. First down, more yards, he breaks free. And he tries to spin, but he's out of bounds at the opponent's 16. So that was a good gain for the football team. And unfortunately, they were not able to get it all the way into the end zone, but at least they got it into the red zone. Heineke looking, throws the ball, pass, caught, touchdown football team.
Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
The extra point is good. That makes it 21-14. 4 plays of 74 yards and a touchdown for the football team, and the Saints will get the ball. So on the first drive of the second half for the football team, they get a touchdown, and the Saints will be trying to tie this game.
Deontay Harris on the return.
Breeze. Pass incomplete.
Breeze pass intended for Josh Hill, incomplete. Landon Collins on the
Breeze. Pass is intercepted. and by Moreland, and he returns it for his second touchdown of the game.
Touchdown, Washington.
27-14, and now instead of Washington being down 2 scores in the first half, it's Saints down 2 scores in the second half.
The kick is good. Makes this Washington 28. Saints
Moreland
14.
picked it off twice. Unfortunately, he won't be on that bench for very long. He'll be back out there trying to pick off Breeze for a third time.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Breeze, pass, to the left, and he's brought down. That's Cook.
Breeze pass.
2nd and 10, no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Breeze over the middle to Kamara. Kamara stopped short of a first. And look at the defense out of the football team. 3rd and 2.
A gain of 8 yards.
If you get a sack or another stop, Saints would have to punt. Incomplete pass, Saints would have to punt, and there's a catch for Emmanuel Sanders. So he's got the first down for the Saints. And they're on the opponent 39.
A gain of 30.
So hopefully they can get this down the field and score a touchdown. Make this a 1-scored game again. We saw Heineke do it with 12 seconds left in the first. Could the Saints do it with 12 seconds left in the third?
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Could we see another game go to overtime tonight? Because keep in mind, it was tied at halftime. Could the Saints come back 2 scores and send the game to overtime?
And it's 3rd down.
Pass caught, and he's brought down at the 26. That's Kamara.
Pass complete to Alvin Kamara. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Saints.
So Moreland's picked him off twice. That's not the guy he wants to run into again. Meanwhile, a nice stop there by the Washington defense. 2nd and 2.
Alvin Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup.
They were probably wishing that was 3rd down, so it'd be 4th and 2. So that Saints would kick a field goal. Meanwhile, pass caught. Moreland couldn't intercept it. Did he get the first down? That was Cook. And he did. 1st and 10 for the Saints.
2 yards on the play. And the Saints 1st down.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Breeze pass complete to Emmanuel Sanders.
And the Saints call a timeout with 6 seconds left, and that's a smart decision. As they're going to try to go to the end zone. Pass tipped and incomplete. 1 second to play in the third.
Pass intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete.
Could the defense knock it away with 1 second left in the third and avoid the touchdown? Here he goes to Cook, and it's dropped. And they do it. 4th and 5, and the Saints will have to make a decision to go for it or kick a field goal. And looks like Breeze is still out there, so they're going to go for it on 4th and 5 to try to make this a 1-score game. Pass intercepted for the moment.
Pass interference. Defense.
And that will not count as an interception for Washington, and that puts the Saints on 1st and goal on the opponent 1. So luckily for the Saints, that was not an interception and turnover. Meanwhile, there's an incomplete pass from Breeze to a Kamara on 1st and goal. And it's now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And And he's keeping them out of the end zone. Look at that. He dropped Cook at the 1 yard line. 3rd and goal. And the Washington. Could they stop the Saints? And it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Saints are going to stay out and go for it on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Just like they did on 4th down, and Breeze is going to get sacked. Washington takes over on their own 7-yard line. 5:15 to play in the game, and I feel like if Washington scores again, that's goodbye to a potential comeback. Meanwhile, a nice run there from the 7 to the 32 before he was stopped. That's Gibson.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak.
Pass is caught at the 38 in enemy territory.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Pass caught, 1st down. 26-yard line.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Heineke to the end zone, touchdown. And that could be a game ender right there. But keep in mind, there's still 3:42 for the Saints to make a potential comeback in this one. And the kick is good.
Makes this Washington 35.
And that'll be a 21-point game. Yes, splash after this game.
Dustin
Hopkins to kick this one away. 21-point game. Saints 3:42 on the clock. Gotta use this wisely. 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning, and you can do a couple of spikes if you need to.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
You can be dispatch if you'd like splash. You're also moderator, so you technically have to watch anyway. Pass. Oh, it's dropped out of Emmanuel Sanders' hand. Breeze is trying to make a comeback here. He's down 21 points with 3:31. The interception in the 3rd is mostly to blame for that. Michael Thomas with a catch. Oh, they're gonna spike. That's a smart decision. You still got time left on the clock, and you spiking it. That's a good decision, right there. Breeze throws it under pressure. Pass incomplete from Michael Thomas. And if you get a touchdown at this point in the game, onside kick.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Going deep. Pass incomplete from Michael Thomas. Pass is caught. That's Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to spike it again.
Complete to Emmanuel Sanders.
Like I said, they're down 21 points. 4th quarter, about to be the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, incomplete pass on 2nd and 10. So it'll be to 3rd and 10 now.
Incomplete.
And it's touchdown. No field goals. Field goals does you no good at this point in the game. You put yourself in a hole with the interception. Meanwhile, there's a touchdown by Emmanuel Sanders, but you put yourself in a hole. A field goal does you no good. You got to get a touchdown.
New Orleans.
And instead of going for a 2-point conversion, why not just kick the extra point? Because now you got to come back 14 points with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the regulation. If you can make this comeback happen and send it to overtime, then try to win it. There's an onside kick, and meanwhile, do the Saints get it? They do not. And unfortunately, that could be a game crusher there. Heineke out of the pocket, delivers the pass. Pass is caught. And they're going to try to expire the clock. So you got to stop. And this is the 2-minute warning. 35-21. Saints are down 14. Can they make the comeback happen? Oh, he slipped on the rain. And they're calling a timeout.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3. Antonio Gibson, the ball carrier. Tress Way in punt formation for Washington.
You don't want to mess up like the Chargers did on this punt. And they didn't mess up. Meanwhile, dropping him inside his own 10 is good.
Deontay Harris on the return. The
2 timeouts.
1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
For Breeze and the Saints. To try to make a comeback, and it's batted away and incomplete.
Breeze pass intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hauls it in.
Breeze pass.
They go up and spike it. And I think next time, if you get a deep pass like that, a timeout will most likely happen. And that's incomplete.
Breeze pass intended for Alvin Kamara. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And it's intercepted. Oh, and that might just be the game ender. Washington calls a timeout.
Breeze pass intercepted.
Unfortunately, if you're the Saints, you just lost by 14 points to the football team. In fact, you lost by 4 more points than the Seahawks did in Week 1.
Antonio Gibson, the ball carrier. The stop by Marcus Davenport. It's a gain of 9.
A comeback now, not gonna happen. There's too little time. You would need a defensive scoop and score. And he's just gonna go down to the ground and make it 3rd and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
And 35-21 the final here in Washington. Saints will be on the road again next week, and football team will remain home. What a game by them, and the football team will join the list of undefeated teams at 2-0. And unfortunately, the Saints will fall to 0-1-1. So they will have to be on the road again next week. Meanwhile, football team celebrating a win. And later tonight, after GTA 5 Live PD, the Packers and Texans will go at it at Lambeau Field. Packers are 0-1 and Texans are 0-1 after the 49ers assault on the Packers in week 1. Excuse me. And the Texans obviously got assaulted in week 1 by the Giants. Some good games to this point. And then after that, the Lions will battle the Rams in Ford Field. Both those teams are 1-0. So the Packers, obviously at Lambeau Field, and a home team, get this, a home team has not lost yet. Actually, I lied. A home team has lost, and that was the Eagles and Steelers. So only one home team has lost. Could the Texans rebound and eliminate, or not eliminate, because it's not the playoffs yet, and stop the Packers? Could the Rams make the Lions fall to 1-1? Remember, a team could go there's 10 weeks in Summer League, then the playoffs. A team could go 10-0, but a realistic guaranteed record would be 9-1 to end the season. So we will have to see if Deshaun Watson and his Texans offense can stop the Packers at Lambeau and make the Packers the second home team to lose in week 2. So we will see you after GTA 5 Live PD. And one last final score: Giants 38, Chargers 41, final overtime. Unfortunately, Giants decided to attempt to go for a touchdown instead of kick the game-winning field goal, and lost to the Chargers. And this one, 35-21, football team wins. So long, everybody.